Industrial Services is pleased to present the most innovative solution for launching and retrieving pigs. This presentation illustrates hot tapping, line stopping, and the pipeline pigging Y installed on a live pipeline. The 8 steps to achieve this are now illustrated. Step 1. Excavation. 2 strategic locations are identified for the launching and receiving pigging Ys. Step 2. Fitting installation. The line stop fittings and pressure equalization fittings are installed by welding them directly to the pipeline. Then, the temporary isolation valves are attached to fittings. Step 3. Hot tapping. The tapping equipment is installed onto the isolation valves. The pressure equalization tap is completed first, allowing for proper equalization. Next, the hot taps for the line stop are made upstream and downstream. The cutter and pilot assembly penetrates the pipe, retains the coupon, and is retracted into the tapping machine housing. The isolation valve is closed, the tapping machine housing is depressurized, and the tapping machine removed. Step 4. Line stopping. The line stop equipment is installed onto the isolation valves in the proper orientation to allow for bypass and depressurization between the line stops. The temporary bypass piping is connected to the line stop housings. Proper purging and packing of the line stop housing and bypass piping is accomplished. Open the isolation valves. Lower the line stop heads into the pipeline, diverting the flow through the bypass piping. When the upstream and downstream line stop heads are fully actuated, isolation is achieved. Step 5. Y installation. The isolated section of the pipe is depressurized and removed. The Team Pipeline pigging Y and the new valve loop complete with kicker fitting is installed. The same assembly is installed at the receiving site. Pressure testing, venting, and packing of the new Y assembly is completed. Step 6. Line stop completion. Upon pressure equalization, the line stop heads are retracted into the line stop housings. The isolation valves are closed and flow is restored to the pipeline. The bypass piping and line stop equipment is removed. To complete the line stop process, the hot tap machine with completion plug assembly is attached to the isolation valves. The pressure is equalized and the isolation valves are opened. The segment-style completion plugs are lowered to the set point in the line stop fitting. Notice the metal-to-metal stop with O-ring seal. The completion plug segments are advanced. The completion machine is released from the completion plug, depressurized, and removed. A completion plug is installed in the equalization fitting and threaded cap attached. The isolation valves are removed and a blind flange with gasket is installed on the line stop fittings. Close the excavations at both the launching and receiving sites. Step 7. Team Pipeline pigging Y operation. Preparation is made to launch and receive the pipeline pig or inline inspection tool. Blind flanges are removed. Completion plug holders and temporary isolation valves are installed. The completion plug machine is bolted to the fitting. The bar is advanced and mechanically attached to the completion plug holder. The pressure is equalized, flange segments retracted, and the completion plug is fully withdrawn into the housing. The isolation valves are closed and the completion plug assemblies removed. Mechanically attach the launch and receive vessels to the Y isolation valves and install the kicker and return piping. Insert the inline inspection tool into the launch vessel, secure the launch vessel door, and pressurize using the kicker piping and isolation valves. In proper sequence, open or close all valves to ensure safe operation, continuous flow, and the launching and receiving of the pipeline pig. Note the actuation of the Y launch chute into the pipeline. The inline tool travels from launch station towards the receiving station. Once the tool has been received, the chute is retracted. All valves are sequentially actuated, returning the pipeline to normal operation. Depressure the receive vessel and remove the inspection tool. Remove the launch and receive vessels and associated piping. Step 8. Project completion. The completion machines with completion plugs are attached to the isolation valves, the pressure equalized, and the isolation valves opened. Advance and set the completion plugs in the flanges. Depressurize and remove the completion plug machines. Remove the isolation valves and install blind flanges. Thank you for viewing Team's hot tapping, line stopping, and pipeline pigging Y animation. For additional information and inquiries, call Team Industrial Services at 800-662-8326.